You don't need a sign. This is your confirmation. You've already stepped into your breakthrough, but because it didn't come wrapped in fireworks or shouted from rooftops, you've been second-guessing it. But real breakthroughs are quiet at first. They don't arrive like storms. They rise like tides, slowly, powerfully, and without asking permission. August 7th isn't the beginning of your blessing, it's the unveiling. You've already crossed the threshold. The door didn't slam open, it clicked. And if you've been waiting for the noise to believe something has changed, let this moment speak. You're not in the waiting room anymore. You're already inside the room. Don't talk yourself out of it just because it doesn't feel how you imagined. Destiny often arrives looking like disruption. August 7th is not just a Tuesday. It's a divine timestamp. This date marks a point in the spiral of time where energy opens for those who've stayed the course. Not everyone will feel it. Not everyone will be awake to receive it. But if your soul has been unusually restless, your body tingling with anticipation, your dreams are more vivid than usual, that's not random. That's resonance. Something in the atmosphere is matching your inner transformation. You've been seeded with a frequency not everyone carries. And on August 7th, it's going live. This is the moment where everything invisible begins to materialize. You'll start to feel it in conversations that shift, in offers that seem to come from nowhere, in old cycles that suddenly feel repulsive. That's alignment. That's arrival. Your rise won't make sense to those who watched your struggle. To them, it will look like a glitch, like divine favoritism. But they weren't there when you chose integrity over applause. When you wept in silence and still showed up the next day. When you released what you loved because your spirit whispered, "It's not aligned." This rise wasn't handed to you. It was coded into your bones. People may say you're lucky, but you know better. You've earned every inch of this elevation through spiritual labor. Don't waste time explaining your acceleration to people who are still decoding your old self. Let them be confused. Let your transformation speak in languages their ego can't translate. This isn't a glow-up. It's a prophetic shift. It's not about appearances. It's about the atmosphere. You've become a walking portal of change. You walk into rooms now and something vibrates. People can't quite place it, but they feel it. That's your anointing reintroducing itself. You're not who you were last year, last month, or even last week. You're not rising from emotion, you're rising from assignment. And the deeper you've descended into healing, the higher this new dimension will carry you. You didn't glow up. You evolved. Spiritually, energetically, cellularly. And that kind of upgrade isn't cosmetic, it's cosmic. If you feel spiritually disconnected, you're not falling, you're rising. That emptiness? That fog? That strange detachment from everything you once held onto? It's not regression. It's ascension. You're rising so quickly that the parts of you that can't come along are falling off. The attachments, the desires, the false identities, they're being shed. This is ego death, not soul death. You're outgrowing environments you used to shrink yourself to survive in. The silence you're hearing isn't punishment. It's preparation. Spirit is tuning your frequency for where you're going. The interference has to be cleared so the signal can come through. Don't explain your vision. Protect it. There's a sacred energy in silence that amplifies manifestation. Not everyone deserves to hear what you're building. Not everyone has the spiritual hygiene to hold your vision without contaminating it. August 7th is a reminder to move in codes, not crowds. The next chapter of your life will require less broadcasting and more becoming. Share less. Move more. Let your results be the prophecy. Your vision is still incubating, don't expose it to noise. Nurture it in sacred silence. You don't owe visibility to anyone right now. You owe yourself protection. Your light will trigger others, let it. Your peace will confuse people who only knew you in survival. Your glow will offend those who thrived when you were dim. But you weren't born to dim your shine to make others comfortable. You were born to be a disruption, a divine mirror, a cycle breaker. So if people start pulling away, gossiping, or suddenly acting strange, it's confirmation, not rejection. They were aligned with your old frequency. Your evolution has disqualified their access. Let them exit. Let them misunderstand. You are not obligated to explain a frequency they were never meant to feel. You didn't miss your moment. You matured into it. Stop mourning timelines that were never yours. You didn't arrive late, you arrived wise. All those delays? They were detours meant to strengthen your discernment. The relationships that fell apart were spiritual vaccinations. They immunized you from settling. The jobs you lost, the rejections, the heartbreaks, all of it was divine timing, not divine denial. August 7th is not you catching up. It's the universe catching up with who you've become. You didn't miss the train. You became the track. Everything's moving because you finally are. You've clapped for others long enough. Now it's your turn. You've supported, encouraged, prayed for, uplifted, and poured out when you had nothing left. You've watched others get what you secretly cried out for. But hear this, you were never forgotten. The universe does not overlook souls like yours. The applause you gave was not in vain. It built karmic equity. And now, it's coming back. Tenfold. Don't deflect your season. Don't downplay your blessings. You've been humble in your hunger, now be bold in your harvest. This chapter has your name on it. Walk in like you own it, because spiritually you do. This isn't growth. This is a spiritual mutation. You're not just getting better, you're becoming unrecognizable to the matrix that tried to hold you. This is a DNA deep transformation. You're not just healing, you're being rewritten. Your nervous system is adjusting to higher frequencies. Your dreams are prophetic codes. Your energy is no longer negotiable. And that's why it feels disorienting, because you're shedding generations of survival in real time. You're not the caterpillar's growing wings, you're the butterfly realizing it was never just about flying. It was about pollinating every space with divine remembrance. Before elevation comes confrontation, and you faced it. You faced parts of yourself most people die avoiding. You walked through shadows. You held space for your own grief. You forgave people who never apologized. You released versions of yourself that felt like death to let go of. That confrontation was sacred. And because you didn't run, the elevation has no choice but to meet you. You're being trusted with higher influence because you chose the higher road. And now, what tried to bury you will witness your blooming. Your healing wasn't for aesthetics, it was for activation. And now, you're fully turned on. You weren't born to repeat the pattern, you were born to end it. The dysfunction stops with you. The silence, the codependency, the fear of your own voice, you were born to break it. You're the ancestor someone prayed for. You're the mutation someone else bled for. And August 7th is the announcement. The cycle ends here. Your existence is already the revolution. You don't have to shout it, you just have to live it. And every step you take now is not just yours. It echoes backward and forward. You are the intersection. You are the shift. You are the answered prayer your lineage waited for. So when August 7th ends, the world keeps spinning like nothing happened. Remember, everything changed for you. Not loudly, not with fireworks, but in the silence of your alignment. This is the part where your destiny stops asking for permission, where your light no longer dims to comfort the blind, where your timeline stops repeating and starts reforming. You didn't miss your moment. You are the moment. Now walk like the cycle breaker you were born to be. Heaven already knows your name. The world is about to find out why.